think it is live.
First time.
Is it? Yep. Har Har Mahadev.
Maybe we should be not listening to it actually. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm watching now. Okay. Namaste everyone. Hello, Om Namah Shivaya. So we are here today to reach out to those of you who may have felt a subtle call but haven't acted on it yet. And we have our Vajra Dhyaan course that is beginning this Saturday, tomorrow at 3 p.m. CET. And we are using every medium we can to help people not miss this opportunity. There's a lot going on in people's life, and sometimes sadhana and spiritual practice end up on the back burner. So this is our moment of reaching out. So Vajra Dhyaan, what is Vajra Dhyaan? Just to give a brief introduction, it is not just a meditation, it is a training. Vajra Dhyaan is a mind training to train the mind to become like a Vajra, clear, unwavering, and indestructible. That's what Vajra means. It is a very important part of the Dakini and Vajra Yogini Tantra practice, and is very much needed as a foundation to do our higher Tantra practices. We have this Vajra Dhyana as a 4-week practical course where we would be exploring how to direct our attention, how to develop concentration, subtle concentration, and how to prepare the mind for deeper tantric sadhana. And it is a very core aspect of our Siddha Tantra. So whenever sadhana or Tantra Yoga sadhana is talked about, this aspect is not addressed. And it's very important to address this because it is where the real transformation begins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do we focus on developing the mind? Why is training the mind so important in Tantra and spiritual practices?
Yeah. Well, because mind is the gateway to all experience. In Tantra, we don't reject the mind, we honor it. And a distracted mind traps us in loops, you know. But a trained mind becomes a mirror, a clear, radiant, and clear, radiant, and holding the truth. So when we develop the mind, we reclaim our inner sovereignty. You know, it's about independence. We move from being a passenger in life to become crafts person of perception. And that's why we practice Vajra Dhyaan, to build a mind strong enough to hold the fire of awakening. That comes with Tantra sadhana practices.
So if you are watching this, maybe you're curious about Narkechar, Vajra Dhyaan, but a part of you may be wondering, will this practice be too hard or demanding for me?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And I want to meet you right there, because the truth is that most people today are carrying too much. Too many thoughts, too many roles, and too many tabs open in the mind's window, and the nervous system is overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and the spirit gets tired because of all this. It gets overwhelming, and some people get anxiety also. Just all of that, and this path does not add on to the burden; it actually frees you from it. So Narkhechar Vajra Dhyan is not so much about performing or becoming someone else. It's pretty much about removing what you are not. So your natural focus, the natural capacity of the brain and mind, memory, presence, it is all reawakened. It is true that it is an advanced practice, but it is given in a very approachable way, week by week, guiding through the body, through sound, and through visualization and focused attention. So, anybody who is tired of the noise is very welcome. Anybody who seeks silence, and not to escape,
Yeah.
it's not to escape life, but to find strength within this, who want to remember their original mind beyond the static chaos of the daily life. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, good. That it means that you feel, and if you feel, then you can shift.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be ready. You just need to show up as you are.
Yeah. And so, if one thinks about it like this, then how is Vajra Dhyan different from ordinary meditation?
Well, in a way, no meditation is ordinary.
Yeah.
However, if one thinks about what is common meditation, then common meditation often is about relaxation or calming. And Vajra Dhyana does that, but it is more about sharpening and strengthening and awakening the mind, so that one can hold this intense energy of realization. So, in a way, it is not so much about peace, it is more to do with power and presence. Like, for example, we all know about the Kula Kundalini Shakti. It's a very potent Shakti. And about the bulb, the light bulb, which is usually 220 or 240 watt bulb. Now, if one puts, say, 1000 volt in a bulb that supports 240 volt, then it wouldn't work. Every bulb has its capacity. So the mind, when it is too much engaged in the world, in its own humdrum of world, about its food and behavior pattern, it is not ready to receive the surge of the Kundalini Shakti awakening. So Vajra Dhyan is a step so that the mind develops. So when the Kul Kundalini Shakti, we work with it, and when we channelize it, the Kul Kundalini Shakti, that body is a capable vessel, and the body and mind can hold that energy and use that energy in a constructive way, in a grounded way. Because often when this Kul Kundalini Shakti moves, and when people are doing Tantra practice, there is a chance, if it is not under guidance and properly done like we are doing, then there is a chance that it creates psychological maladies. People develop eccentricities of mind.
Yeah.
And we obviously, everybody wants to avoid that. And Vajra Dhyan is a very potent step to avoid developing eccentricity. And Vajra Dhyan helps in developing a very grounded mind, a mind that is very strong and is a fertile ground to receive the higher wisdom and to channelize the surge of Kul Kundalini Shakti as well. So that's more about that. And we can do a simple exercise also, if
Okay.
it's okay with everybody who is watching
Yeah.
and want to be doing it with us.
Yeah.
That let's do a little experiment. That wherever we are sitting, hmm, let's just take a moment and minute to experience a simple practice. Find any object that is near you, wherever you are, and choose one object and let your eye rest on it. Notice the shape and the color and the texture of the object. Just stay with pure seeing without naming or analyzing the object. Just observe that object. Do not try to grasp the meaning and the context. Let the visual sight fill it. Now, without moving your eye, expand your awareness to the shape around the object. Notice the background, the light, the feeling of distance between you and the object. Now, gently include yourself also. Feel the one who is seeing. Notice how your body is breathing naturally as you hold this layered awareness, the object, the space, and yourself, the observer. Try to hold all three in one. This is a taste of sort of a layered focus, and it is a very simple thing that one can do to sharpen the mind and expand consciousness at the same time. Very simply. Anybody can do that.
Yeah, thank you. So Vajra Dhyaan is the next course in our unfolding journey. And if you care about sharpening the mind and understanding the inner mechanisms of Tantra, it is a course to join. But working with the mind is not just heady logics. Okay, so in all of the things that we offer and do, we are doing it for you. We are doing it, and we are doing our best effort to reach you. Reaching you, irrespective of your tendencies. Reaching you who carry a sanskar, a deep impression from past lives, which is connected to the Siddhas of Himalaya. You may be in any country, of any background, but you are often a light in your community. So you are here to embody more of yourself and to awaken your gifts. It is you who we are calling to. So we try different ways to reach and connect with you. And we are here to guide you, being available, sharing presence, for now in the online space, trying to reach heart to heart. And we'd love to witness you blooming. Yeah, so the course begins Saturday, tomorrow, depending on what time zone you are in, 26th of April, 3 p.m. CET. So check your time zone. You can sign up through the link in the description. You can check out the webpage, and registration is open for 1 week. But it's ideal to start on time so that you receive the flow as intended. And you'll get videos, guided practices, and a private space to share questions and reflections. And every Saturday we will be meeting online and really going through practices, practicing together, going through the practices, training. And so, if you have any questions and want to ask, just ask us and we will do our best to answer. Yeah.
If anybody has any question, they can write, I suppose.
Yeah.
See.
You can write either here in the chat and we will answer, or you can reach out through the webpage as well. That's basically it.
Yeah, feel free to message us and ask.
Yeah, we have some pranams and Beautiful.
Alanji, class.
Yeah. Hey. Mm. Yeah.
All right, so live works.
Yeah. This is the first time we have gone live on YouTube, so amazing that it's actually working.
What's for dinner today?
Love and peace, presence is for dinner today.
Yes, my higher self showed me your page, Novella. Very nice. Welcome.
Oh.
Can you discuss briefly about what you teach? Yes, so we were talking about the Vajra Dhyan course that we are starting tomorrow, and it's a course in training the mind through meditations and visualizations. We will be covering various aspects of mind's development that is essential for all Tantra practices. And in the Dakini and Vajra Yogini Tantra practice that we are sharing from the tradition of Kulluta Siddhas that we are coming from, in that we do this Vajra Dhyana Narkhechar meditations as a preparation for the mind to receive higher teachings and higher wisdom, and to be entering the Tantra practices where we work on the grasping power, memory, imagination, visualization, and other aspects of the sensory perception and practices around it. Because all of these are very much essential for Tantra practice. And life is Tantra. Life is about Tantra practice. Anything that we do, an adept Tantra practitioner sees everything as an expression of the cosmic self. So in that way, everything is Tantra practice. And in that sense, Vajra Dhyana, the Narkhachar meditations help in everyday life's expressions as well, because everybody can use grasping power, memory, concentration, focus, imagination. So we are starting with that. All of it comes under the Dakini practices and Vajra Yogini Tantra practices. And people have heard about Vidyas, different tantric deities, and there are Mahavidyas where the whole cosmos is seen as from 10 different sides as Mahavidyas. You might have heard about Kali, Tara as Mahavidyas. However, Vajra Yogini is a Paramavidya, a whole set of Tantra practices that includes a universe of deities and practices and meditations and philosophies and darshans and all sorts of training at all levels of body, minds, and spirit. And that is what, as an overall, we are doing. We just finished the Dakini Dream Yoga practice, and now we are doing the Vajra Dhyan practice, and all of them are individually offered as a complete, but also forms as a part of the foundation course, so that once the foundation is done, then we can move into the Dakini practices and Vajra Yogini Tantra practices, and then go into more advanced practices. So that's more or less what we are doing.
Because one needs, to be able to do advanced Tantra practices, one needs like a good ground, a good soil to be able to actually make use of it.
Yeah.
So, it can be, one can see it globally now though, but if I speak for myself, I am from Sweden, or born in Sweden, and what is available here is, well, nothing is available here or hasn't been available here, and one needs help and guidance into understanding what Tantra actually is and how to make use of it. So that is what we're trying to do, trying to make it approachable without diluting it.
Yes.
Because you deserve better than that, and you deserve better than that. I know, and we know, that there are so many souls out there, so many people out there that have great potential. You have great potential, and you can develop. You just need the right path, the right tools, and we feel like people who are wanting to experiment and to do practices and then see for themselves, see for yourself if it is working for you or not. Take the advice, do the practices, and see it bloom. So it's for you to discover and for you to do the work as well. Yeah.
And as Bhairavi is saying, what we have been shown is that there are practitioners here in the world, and those practitioners have a connection with the Siddhas of Himalaya, and we are here to rekindle that connection, whatever connection they have had from the past lives, and see of us as a portal around you, on YouTube even, from the Himalaya. Now we are here and reaching out, raising the alak, and seeing who remembers, who resonates, and to welcome you all in the path of the wisdom of the Siddhas of Himalaya. Alanji is asking, if we can't join this one, will you offer again?
Good question. We have gotten this question, well, on and off, and we know that people have their own schedules and lives and all, but they have expressed that they want to join the courses that we offer. So we just started, and we started to offer the Dakini Dream Yoga. That was an 8 weeks course. You can see more on the webpage as well about it. And that one was completed. And we will be offering that one again as well. We'll be, informing when it will be able to sign up. And now we are focusing on this one. And then we will be focusing on other courses as well. But we will be running them again as well. It's just that sometimes we know that we should be doing a course, and then we need to focus on that one. So there might be new courses coming, and then in between we will be trying to run the past courses as well. So it's totally okay to join this one if one hasn't joined the first one, and it's totally okay to join the next one and if one hasn't done the other ones as well. So yes, they will run again, but we don't know exactly when it will be. But come along from wherever you are at the time that you can join. And it's okay to reach out to us to say that, you want to join, but you can't join now, or whatever it is. And we'll at least connect with you. And write a little bit about yourself as well. So whoever connects with us and whoever we are in contact with, we sort of feel what is next and what should be done next as well. So the connection shapes the offerings as well. You are so important. Yes.
Yes, connection is the one what decides what comes out as well, naturally.
Because it's so vast. Tantra itself is so vast, and Vajra Yogini Tantra itself is so vast. So there is so much one can offer, and we want to be offering stuff that is relevant and useful, even if you are, because it's foundation courses. So even if you are with us for a month or for a couple of months or whatever it is, it should be valuable for you, even then. And then some of you will go all the way as well. So we will see as time goes and progresses,
The idea is to take individual and help that individual develop in profound, deep Tantra practices.
Yeah.
Alanji is also asking, Do these practices include nyas with visualization, guidance, and specific procedures to build a relationship with the energy form? Am I understanding this correctly? Yes, you are understanding this correctly. There is much more to it, but yes, we would include all of these things as well. In the course that is we are starting tomorrow, there would more about visualization and imagination and how to develop that, first of all, tantra has a lot of visualizations, and often one finds that people lack in very clear perception of visualization the right way. If one talks about, okay, imagine a blue aeroplane, for example. Now if I say that, okay, close your eyes and imagine a blue aeroplane, many people end up telling themselves over and over again, blue aeroplane, instead of actually visualizing and seeing a blue aeroplane in its all entirety in, say, 4K. I don't know if this live is in 4K, but now we have 4K in true HD. Instead of seeing blue aeroplane in true HD, one ends up telling oneself that, okay, blue aeroplane, and trying to reinforce the visualization with a verbal cue. Now, that is not exactly the right way to do visualization, and how to develop the correct way of visualization so that the visualization becomes powerful. And when visualization is powerful, Tantra practice is very profound. And Vajra Dhyaan that we are doing is building that, foundation for that. So, very good question. Often people ignore the basics and then jump into uh, intricate visualization. But to get into intricate visualization, one needs to build the foundation, and that's what we're doing with this course, to build the foundation. All my questions dissolved in silence, just enjoying being here, looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you. Video game anarchy. Okay. Novella G said that my higher self has been moving me towards to higher teachings because I believe I have been doing this practice unknowingly. Yes,
Yeah.
that is what we have a feeling, and we have been put here for this specific reason.
Det är
I
dags
remember
nu.
when I was long ago, I think it was maybe 8-9 years ago, I was in training in the mountain, in the jungle, with my jungle guru who trained me in living in deep mountains. Then the head of or the Pithadishwar, not the Kalantak Nath, the Mahasiddha Ishputra, who is the head of the Kulluta Siddhas, came and told me that jungle mein mor nacha kisne dekha, which means that if a peacock dances in the forest, who sees it? So then I said, okay, then the peacock will dance in Sweden. So we are here dancing in Sweden so that we can reach out to all the beautiful souls and connect the Himalayan energies and Siddha wisdom with everybody in the world. Alan ji, also curious if Siddha tradition of the South will align with this tradition. Siddha tradition of the South. What do you mean Siddha tradition of the South? Are you talking about South of India? Then Agastya Muniji went from Himalaya and established there. The Siddhantis or the Shaiva Siddhanta people are no different than the Himalayan Siddhas, especially when I remember many times people talk about Kashmir Shaivism. That is a very common thing in the West to hear about Kashmir Shaivism. But the idea of Kashmir Shaivism, the Trika Darshan, is as much of Chennai Shaivism as much as it Kashmir Shaivism. So these demarcation and categorization sometimes help in approaching it in a way so that one can get deeper into it. But when one goes in it, then one has to broaden the ideas, that initially one would look at a molecule, we say that, okay, it is made of atom. When we look at atom, it is made of proton, neutron, electron. Then we look more, then it is quantum particle, and then ultimately it is all field of energy. And this Siddha Tantra wisdom is the very field of energy and the wisdom that permeated from the Ural mountain, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan to Myanmar and to Tibetan plateau and all around, and from there it has spread everywhere. It's just that over a period of time the name and form has changed, and slowly we would be talking more about it at the right platform about the Siddha Dharam, Siddha tradition, its origin,
Yes.
and the stories of Siddhas in the live Satsang we are planning to start soon by our Dhuna. So you are welcome to join there and ask these questions there. विज्ञान भैरव तंत्र is writing tourist attack in Kashmir, heartbreaking news. कब तक अपना धर्म बताकर गालियां खाते रहोगे हिंदुओं, अपने पराक्रम को पहचानो. बिल्कुल पहचानो. Can I pay with PayPal? Do I need a webcam? Yes, you can. And since it's a practical course, a webcam with mic would be good, because we'll be sitting exactly here, reaching out from here, talking to you, doing practices together in this sitting space. So you need an asana to sit on. If not comfortable on the ground, you can sit on a chair and join from there. You do need a mic and a camera so that we can see what you're doing as well. It's like more interaction in the video as well. We like that. It feels more connected like that, and it helps in the teachings. Alanji, yes, south of India, yes. Guddu, are you awakened? Yes, welcome. Alanji, Agatse, yes. Agatse. One Agatse Muni ji with his Bhairavi, Lopa Mudra ji, established so much art,
Yes.
so much Tantra practices in South India. And there are so many other unsung heroes of Himalaya, great Mahasiddhas, whose stories people don't even know about. Their life stories, their struggles, their realizations, the spices of their life, the scandals, ancient Mahasiddhas, and beautiful journey, and their sharing and their wisdom, and the whole system of Tantra around them. And we are here to bring that knowledge and stories out so that the world can benefit.
Yeah.
Are there any alchemical practices in Siddha tradition like the Rasayan Mercury Vidya, or usually frowned upon since most traditions usually don't support body longevity siddhis? Yes, Yoga, Tantra, Rasayan, Jyotish, Ayurveda, and many more. All of these are present in Siddha tradition, and Rasayan Tantra is very dear to us. That's what I'm seeing. Thank you very much for these answers. Have brought more clarity. Yes. All right. Nice. Good questions and good interactions.
Yeah.
So, yep. That's what we had planned. Do you have anything more to say? If anybody has any question, they can ask. Otherwise, we will then end this live session. Maybe we do some. Let's do something. I'm seeing that 15 people are watching. So we are watching you. You are watching us. And let's do one thing all together. Let's chant Om 3 times. Why not? Like different places in the world. Let's create a grid so that we send the resonance of Om all around. Let's do that.
And
I see a question. Yeah. Before we do that, let's take these two comments that I see now. There's a, what is this? It's a emoji. Number 1. Yes. What is the interrelation between yoga and tantra? Very good question. And this is a question we would be going back again and again, Maybe it's a question we should address it in our live satsang as well.
Yeah.
The yoga and tantra. In a very short answer, what I can say right now is that yoga, Vishuddha yoga, is one thing, and the yoga that one practices nowadays is another thing. There are 108 forms of yoga, and if one looks at the kind of yoga practices that we are doing, for example, pranayam, right? Now, pranayam is tantra kriya, and it is coming from tantra. Asan has Every asana has its own color, every asana has its own bij mantra, every asana has its own taste and visualization. All of that is coming from tantra. So, to us, most of the forms of 108 yoga has originated from tantra. Tantra has much older origin than the formalized 108 yoga practices that we practice in the Siddha tradition. That's in short. We will talk more about it. But yes, the interrelation between yoga and tantra is that yoga as a science is born out of tantra practices. Then Gudduji is asking, when rishis were using somas in the past, the success rate was good, but meditation methods have very less success rate. Why? Now that is okay. First of all, there are two premises this question is based on. First premise is that when the rishis were using somas in the past, the success rate was good. So there is an implicit causation implied here that because of somas, the success rate was good. But that is not entirely true. But meditation methods have less success rate now. Now that also is the question is why the meditation success rate is less now. But that assumes that meditation success rate is less now, and that is also not true. That meditation success rate is possible to be good if you do it the right way. If you do the right meditation, the success rate is good. If you do the wrong meditation, the success rate is not good. And Som as such is not just one plant. I know that we hear many times about the jadi booties, and we'll talk more about it in a short way. Ayurvedic jadi booty and Tantra jadi booty also there is a nuanced difference between them. And when the right time comes, when we'll talk about the Ayurvedic jadi booty herbs and the Tantric herbs and how are they similar and how do they differ, and what class of herbs and aushadhi, because aushadhi often is confused with herb, but aushadhi is something that improves the ojas and the ayu or the longevity, and aushadhi need not necessarily just be herb. So there is a set of aushadhis which include herbs and rasayan stuff and other things that categorized together is the set of aushadhis that comes at Soma is part of. But we'll talk about that later. Right now our focus is on Vajra Dhyaan. But yes, thank you Gudduji for asking this. We'll probably cover this in the satsang by the Dhuna when we are starting that.
We will save questions also.
Yeah, we'll save this question. All right. So that's about it. Now we have some people there, 11 people. So if everybody is okay and if there is no more questions, then let's just sit wherever we are. And if you can vocalize Om aloud, let's do that. If not possible, then do it in the mind. And let's all together, whoever is it, then we just chant this Om together. Thank you for joining us in our first live session, live video that we tried on YouTube. I see, yes, Rusty Inji is asking who is your Guruji. Yes, you can read more about us on our webpage also, where we have our About Us section, where we talk about our lineage and our tradition, much more on that. Video game owner, thank you for being a light in this Kali Yuga. How does one know out of 112 type of meditation given Shiv Puran which one will work for me? Is there only method to try them all? Well, 112, I think you are talking about from one aspect of Vijnana Bhairav, which is part of the Yama, the Rudra Yama, the Tantra. There are 112 there, and 108 has been primary in Vijnana Bhairav, and out of that there are 112 variations given. But there are many more than that as well, and all of them are good. Maybe we would talk about Vijnana Bhairav Tantra also at some point. Yes, gotta eat now. Bye, Florian ji. And we will also end this session. And thank you for joining. And we will see you around. Om Namah Shivaya. More questions I'm seeing coming now. Should we take it maybe? Yes, why not? Are there cremation ground and Vamachar left-hand practices in Siddha tradition? Yeah. Message retracted. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Are there cremation ground Vamachar left-hand practices? Yes, there are. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Guddu ji. Yes, thank you, Alan ji. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. And you can write to us if
Yeah.
we are ending and you still have some question. We're welcome to write to us in our email, on our website, on here in YouTube, on Instagram. We are trying to be available in all media